Alright, thank you very much, Zimbabwe. Revolutionary salutations to the people of Zimbabwe. Revolutionary salutations to the youth of Zimbabwe. My name is Comrade Ngobizita Mlambo. Today, I'm at the University of Zimbabwe Students' Union building with my brother, Comrade Treasure Basopo. We're here to cross-pollinate ideas, but it is significantly clear that the University of Zimbabwe Students' Union has produced great leaders who have become notable personalities in our society. It has produced people like Professor Arthur Oliver Kuseni Mutambara, Munyaradzi Bisai, then known as Enoch Chikweche, Paul Mema Chimosha, Chinomuda Chinyoka, Brian Tamuka Kagoro, Len Mojuda Jongwe, Tafadzwa Musikiwa, Job Ken Sarowiwa, Tazika Zize, Sikala, not to forget to mention His Excellency President Nelson Wamba Tiawamba Chamisa. So today we're here to discuss about the meaning, the significance and the relevance of independence, considering that we are in April, the month of independence. So Comrade Basopo, you can equally greet the people of Zimbabwe.
Revolutionary greetings to you, Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for giving us this the sui generis, a unique opportunity. I think Brother Mlambo, we forgot to mention that a lot of things have happened over the past weeks. I think we saw the loss, a great significant loss of one of the last great titans, Mama Winnie Mandela. It was a great loss to Africa. It was a great loss even to all the revolutionaries in the country. She was an epitome of sovereignization, and may her soul rest in eternal peace. May her soul rest in power. Brother Mlambo, I think today we are here to take a helicopter assessment. We are here to take what I call a drone overview of the independence ideals versus the post-liberation or the post-independence reality. Yes. Do you think, brother, at the moment we have come up to say Zimbabwe is now free 30 years after independence? I
think, Comrade Basopo, thank you very much for mentioning the Comrade Winnie Mandela, may he so rest in power. I think we need to critically analyze the significance and the meaning of independence. Firstly, why did we go for the war of liberation? Why was there a second Jimurenga? What were the national grievances that led the people of Zimbabwe, the young people at that time, to the Nikita Mangenas, the Lookout Masukus, the Tumiso Tabengwas, the Robert Mugabes of this world, to say, let us fight for our country? What was the national grievance? So I think one of the greatest grievances that our people had when they went to war was the grievance against land, the unfair land patterns that existed in colonial Zimbabwe. 4,000 commercial white farmers owned 4 million hectares of the most arable land in Zimbabwe. Our people were left to inhabit reserves, what Ian Smith called reserves in Kwaishangani and other areas that did not have fertile soils. So one of the greatest grievances why our comrades went to war was to make sure that land is brought back to the people of Zimbabwe, the original inhabitants of this land that we call Zimbabwe. Number two, it was also a grievance about universal suffrage. One man, one vote. The issue of the vote, the issue and the ability of a people to determine and lead and have their own leadership. So, Comrade Basopo, this is what we want to discuss. What is the meaning of independence? Are we truly independent? Are we truly in a post-colonial state? And in my opinion, we are not yet free as a people. If we consider the character and nature of our post-colonial state, what is Zimbabwe looking like? We see the unemployment levels at 97%. We see the social crisis in the social delivery system where there is a health hazard in this country. Ancient diseases like cholera still affect our people. So I think, in a nutshell, from my own perspective, Zimbabwe, we still have a lot to do.
Brother Mlambo, I think it is of paramount essence. Honestly, we need to thank the Lord Almighty, the Don Advocate of the universe, the great grand architect of this universe, for taking our people over the past 38 years of misrule, 38 years of plunder from our own perspective. That's why today, brother, we are deciding, and we've decided to come and immerse ourselves in this aqua of political cross currents, so that we can be able to swim in social dialectics and contribute efficaciously in the body politic of our country in a utilitarian mode. Yes. Why do I say this? I think, brother, you have noted for, as a matter of fact, this country, our people have been subject to aggravated, serious, undoubted, and undebated poverty. When 75% of our people, they are living below the poverty datum line. Yes. And our people, brother, cannot even access clean water in our country. Unemployment, they've raised it. 4 million of our people, they're outside in the form of a diaspora. 5.6 million of our people are in the informal sector. 5.6. So is that independence? We said we want land, we want opportunities, we want prosperity, we want jobs. Is that what we fought for? Is that what Nikita Mangena, Tumiso Tabengwa, Joshua Ngom, is this what they fought for? Yes. To have a system where our young people have no hope,
where our young people, what upon graduation from universities, they don't have a job and open a bank account to save money, to get married, to save money, to plan a future. So we are questioning the significance and the meaning of independence for our generation. Our generation actually has been a generation emasculated in the lack of opportunities, emasculated by fear, emasculated by political toxicity, violence, emasculated by disenfranchisement. If you look at the past elections, they've not produced or reflected the will of the people. So thank God it's an election year. Zimbabwe needs to redefine its independence in 2018 in the parliament.
I think, brother, we cannot talk of independence in a country where I think I was reading some statistics. Zimbabwe was ranked number 163 of the 176 countries that were surveyed under the International Corruption Perception Index.
Yes.
We are one of the most corrupt countries in the world.
Yes.
Rather, you can remember the Willowgate scandal.
Yes.
You may remember the NRZ housing scandal.
Yes.
The VIP housing scandal.
Yes.
Jonathan
Zimdev scandal.
A lot
Yes.
of scandals they happened. All these people they've been left to go scot-free.
Yes.
Corruption is still the case, and that is still bedefiling our people. The days of independence. And most of our people, I think, where we come from, the rural populace, which is 70% of the rural populace, they are not employed to talk about. They are dying in hunger. In Zimbabwe, you still have people who are killing each other because of certain.
Yes.
A person is another
That's
person.
the level of poverty, and we are saying we will not be truly independent unless and until we are productive in our economy, unless and until there's aggregate demand in our economy, unless and until there's fiscal legroom in our economy, unless and until the productive capacities of our industries is revitalized, because we know that as of now there's no industry to speak of. We know that the bond currency is a fictitious money. How can we be independent without a true currency that reflects the productive capacities of our economy? So in our own opinion, let's rebuild our industries. Let's link agriculture to industry. So we have agro-based industries. Let us have a renewable energy strategy. Let us embrace solar energy, not to give tenders to people like Wicknot, but they are an affront and a lethal poison to our independence. Let us give competent people tenders so that we green our economy. We green our economy, and through green economy, we create decent green jobs. We need to proper policy. We don't need to say Zimbabwe is open for business when in actual fact Zimbabwe is open for further extraction by the Chinese and by the Russians. We need to make sure that our mining sector has forward linkages and backward linkages, so that in this economy our mining sector contributes positively to the socio-economic transformation of our people. If investors come and invest in the mining area, in Chad, for example, they should build schools, they should build universities, they should build clinics and employ the locals, and not to have a situation where the Chinese come with their own labor at the expense of our own people.
One of the biggest problems we've gone through as a country is that over the past 37 years or 38 years, we have failed to distinguish between the ballot and the bullet,
Yes.
the constitution and the institution.
Yes.
We have allowed certain individuals to be very more powerful
Than my institutions, than the constitution.
to the extent that they've killed the country.
Yes.
Literally, metaphorically, they've emasculated the independence from the people. There's no independence to offend about. It's high time, my brother. Let's proffer solutions to young people. Let's participate in the upcoming elections.
Yes.
Let's register to vote. Let's do whatever has to be done by any means necessary.
Let's assert our rights.
Like what Malcolm X would say. So, in conclusion, what do you have to say?
Thank you very much, Zimbabwe. In conclusion, we say the development seed was deposited in the womb of Zimbabwe in 1980, but it is yet to be conceived. Comrades, we need to shape up and make sure that we proactively take part in the socio-economic development of our country. We have to assert our rights. We have to also claim our country. The generation that fought for political independence were young people. We are in a generation that is fighting for economic emancipation, for technological transformation, for sociological transformation, and that is the generation that we belong to, Brother Baso. Thank you very much, Brother Baso, for your final party words to the people of Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much, Zimbabwe, for listening to this one. My question is, comrades, do you still remember the Frederick von Linda Best? Do you still remember Sister John Rhodes? Do you still remember the Law and Order Maintenance Act? All these things, I think we kicked out Smith. Yet entrenching Smith is, we kicked out Mugabe in November. Yet entrenching Mugabe is, let's change for the betterment. Let's transmogrify our nation. Let's transmogrify ourselves as people. Let's remove ourselves from this cocoon of Mugabe. Aluta contra ignorance, aluta continua. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Moi, comrade Moi.
Thank you very much, Comrade Shobo, Comrade Oswald Moy, for being behind the camera. These are the uncelebrated comrades of our own struggles, but revolutionary salutations to comrades, revolutionary salutations to entire investors of Zimbabwe students. Thank you very much.
Aluta.
I know it's good. It's very clear. Where to play, though?